Hey everybody, it's Supermachojediknight coming at you, and I've started a new feature. It's a little bitty one. It's a very short one, and I don't know how long I'll even do it for. Um, I'm a big comics nerd. You might have understood that if you'd come by the stream before and heard about my constant talking about comic books. But now I'm going to show you what I get every month. I don't get as much as I used to. When I had my comics podcast for 9 years, that was every bit as successful as this stream, which is to say, not at fucking all. Then you'll know that we used to get 40 to 60 books a month. And that is a lot of comic books. That's insanely expensive and storage intensive and time consuming. But luckily, my good pal and podcast partner, the Reverend Mad Duck, took many of those books for himself and did pay for them. So it was never really the strain on my budget that it could have been at 40 to 60 comic books a month. I also always got it through DCBS, Discount Comic Book Service, which I'm only mildly shilling for because I'm not being paid or partnered or sponsored by them. But anywhere from 20 to 60% off every single comic every single month is just something that no nerd short of Bill Gates should be turning their fucking nose up at. So this month, I get my box every month. Not that big this month. I get it shipped every month. Usually, pre-COVID, they would package it up after the last Wednesday of the month, and then I would get it the first week of the month. COVID has, of course, fucked that up royally, so I get it whenever the fuck it comes around. But we're going to unbox it today, and then if I feel like it, we're going to go through previews, and we're going to see what I dig, what I like, what I read. Hey, Gillian, how are you? This was unscheduled, so don't worry about getting the notification going, oh my god, when did this happen? I was bored, I got my new comics box, and now I'm just doing this. So, having established that, why don't we turn this down just a little bit? Well, that didn't really help, did it? So, let's open this right up like a fish. So, one of the great things about Discount Comic Book Service is the insane degree to which they will pack their fucking comics. I use these things for so many spacers in long boxes, and I've used them for decades. And I've also used them to ship action figures when I was selling them on eBay last year, which I have several hundred more coming. So come spring, I'll be trying to sell those again. So watch this space for that. They package them securely in plastic with backing boards on each side. You see the invoice right there. And yeah, not very many this month. And then I got the previews and the various sub previews, which drives me batshit. So there's Marvel previews. Oh, they didn't include. Oh wait, there's the. Oh, there's two Marvel previews in here. That's curious. And of course, there's no DC previews because DC is fucking weird and irritating. So, what does that mean for what we got this month? I should have set up another camera, huh? So these things are securely fastened. I'm going to divide these up. And I'm not going to bother bringing up the invoice and talking about that. Hey, Shadowstalker. You had quail eggs for breakfast? My god, you're getting very Tony around here. What are you, fucking Lovey Howell, Gilligan's fucking Island over here? So, alright, so some of these are mine, and some of these I buy for my pal, the Reverend Mad Duck, because he's a potato head, and he doesn't like the web, and he's a complete Luddite. So one day he'll see this and punch me for it. But you know what? If a best pal can't punch you for making fun of you, who gives a fuck? So, Alien. This has proved to be a pretty good series. I like it. I always get, I always get the action figure covers for Star Wars. This is the main Star Wars book. I always get the action figure covers for it. I adore these things. Is it more money because I get one more? Yes, but this thing's got a cover of $3.99, but with the discount it's usually no more than $2.49. So an extra $2.50, that's not even a cup of coffee at Dunkin'. Not that I drink. I drink extra large because I'm a potato head. But yeah, I think one extra book just for simple collector purposes is perfectly fine. I'm not speculating with these things. I just love fucking action figures. So Manor Black, which I haven't even read, but I know Cullen Bunn is really, really good. Oh no, I did read last month's. I did read number one. So what I usually do is divide these by the stuff I got for him specifically and the stuff I got for me. Oh, Dark Horse. So Radio Spaceman. I don't even know what this is, but it's Mike Mignola, and there's just no way to resist that. Radio Spaceman. This is like the Space Cadet. This is like 50s. There's no way I was going to skip that. So, we got a copy of Darth Vader for me. We got a copy of Darth Vader for him. Oh, Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology number 3, number 1, volume 3, number 1. This has been an absolute fucking treasure of a book. And it's a copy for me and a copy for him. Oh, there's the DC Connect that I barely read because I don't buy DCs anymore. Hellboy, Bones of Giants, 4 of 4. This has been a fun book. All Hellboy are fun books. I recently read, not recently, last summer. Last summer I read every single Hellboy there was published from Comixology's Unlimited, which is $7 a month to read tens and tens of thousands of free comics. So that always goes to him. Oh yeah, our only Dynamite book, because Dynamite seems to have this fetish for making really, really bad cheesecake books, and I just won't have that. Need to tell Julie about the Norse thing. Yes, absolutely. $3 a dozen for quail eggs? I think that's actually cheaper than regular eggs. It just might be. But anyway, James Bond. There has been a continuing series for James Bond for quite some time now, several years. And frankly, they're okay. They're readable. They're not something that I would put on my own pull list, but the Reverend Mad Duck is a complete and utter Bond freak. It's shameful how much he likes James Bond. Ah, yes. Silver Surfer Rebirth number 2, featuring Thanos. Boom. I have been wanting to read some decent Silver Surfer for a very long time now, and I don't know if this is a really good one. I mean, it's only number 2, so it's impossible to be certain. And it's a limited series to begin with, so the loss of time and money is minimalized at best. So that one's mine. That's all his copy, his. I got to make sure I'm organizing these things properly again. Farm to my table. Well, that's a good way to do it. Oh, Saga. Oh my God, Saga is one of the wackiest sci-fi comic books ever created. You should just go look it up because I can't even begin to describe it. We will be here until dawn explaining and figuring it out and just being generally weird. Oh, look, another DC Connect because this is 2 months worth of freaking. Oh shit, did I get an extra saga? Why did I get an extra saga? I must have been speculating. One of my few concessions to DC in the last couple of years. Um, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not really impressed with Blue and Gold, but Booster and Beetle, they sing to me. They call to me. It resonates with me. Ted Cord, the Blue Beetle, is um he's an ersatz fucking Iron Man, really. He's a big industrialist. He's a super scientist, although they kind of play that down with it. And he's kind of fun. He's super nerdy and nebbishy. He's kind of a schmuck, really. Hey Odell, how are you? This is a impromptu and unscheduled thing that's going to be happening every month now. So, um, it's uncertain what day of the month because the shipping details of comic books. So whatever, it doesn't matter. So, and the other thing is Booster Gold here, which nobody knows. Um, he's just trying to make a buck, man. He has a higher calling to be a superhero, but he has to eat, and he's not an industrialist. He moved back in time from the 30th century or the year 3000. I can't remember. He was a football player who got into big trouble for betting on himself. And he got a job in a museum that had a time machine. So he came back to the 20th century and started trying to make some dough. And then he joined the Justice League. He stole all his equipment from the Legion of Superheroes. And it's just he's just trying to make a buck. He's just trying to live. He's not particularly bright. He's not particularly skilled, but he is a hero and he does live up to that heroic ideal as often as he can, even though everyone else in the Justice League is like, you ain't supposed to make money off of this shit, man. And say, well, we ain't all bankrolled by Batman, motherfucker. Anyway, um, this is an interesting crossover. Batman versus Bigby. Um, Bigby is from a series called Fables by Bill Willingham, which has now since ended for a couple of years. But I tell you, if you like mashups, if you like fairy tale characters brought into a modern world, if you like giant epic sagas, this thing has 20 plus trade paperbacks and two spin offs. So fire up your favorite um, tablet, computer, device, go out to Amazon, get yourself a Kindle copy of Fables number one, and see if you dig it. Because this is the Bigby here is literally the big bad wolf. He's all of the big bad wolves from all of the fairy tales ever, from the Three Mice to Red Riding Hood, all of them. This is him. His name is Big B Wolf. You get it? Big V Wolf. You know what he's talking about? This is a interesting series. I've had to reread it a couple of times because the publishing schedule was kind of off, but it's fun. It's fun. Bigby has to go into our world, the mundane world, as they call it, and he has to go find a book that's been stolen from the Fable world. And of course, since it's a theft, that brings Batman into it, and they start teaming up. So this is a new one. I don't know what's going to happen with this book. I'm kind of worried about it because I don't know any of the creators of it. But how am I, of all people, going to pass up an entire comic about nothing but fucking Klingons? There's no way around it. There's nothing I can do. I had to buy that one. Now we finally get to number two of the promising but not yet amazing um, new She-Hulk book. She takes a new job as a lawyer because Jennifer Walters was a lawyer. She's been a lawyer. She had a whole other book where her whole law practice was the focus of it. But of course, that ended terribly because she's also a superhero, and of course, there's villains. But this one is the first issue was promising. It wasn't blowing me away, but we're going to find out what happens in number two here. So we have. I don't know about this one. I like Phil Noto's covers, but the stories in High Republic are not particularly blowing me away just yet. So, I mean, it's 15 issues in. I should have been able to make a decision by now. But I think they're drawing things out a little too much. And this might have to be another Star Wars book I drop. But we'll find out. I'm totally screwing these up. These are mine, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. This copy is his. And that leaves us at the end of the pile with Star Wars. You know, I can't get away not buying a Star Wars book. These have been really, really good, and I'm glad that Charles Soule is on it. He's an excellent comic writer. Apparently, he's a decent novelist too, but I have yet to see about that. So, yes, this is what a month's worth of comics look like. And since we're here, I'm going to do my standard Instagram post. Well, I'll take the picture for it. I won't bore you with the entire posting here. All right, let's double check this. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Fling. This whole pile. Once I've read it, will go to the Rev, who will read it and give me back the books that belong to me. And I'm sure that if there's anyone lurking in here and they just saw me through those books like that, I'm sure that they're absolutely horrified. To which I say, they're in sleeves with good backing boards. They will fucking survive. It's one thing I learned over 37 years of collecting fucking comics is that they're far more durable, especially when packaged, than some of these fanboys would actually think. So let's look at these previews here, huh? Alright, so here's May, here's April. Let's look at April's first. I don't know why they bother putting these in sleeves. They're not comics, but it gives me extra sleeves. So, Flashpoint Beyond, I'm already bored. Flashpoint was not my favorite period of DC Comics, and I frankly don't see much of a point to anything in it. So, Batman 122 by Joshua Williamson. Oh, they did change writers again. But I don't care because he's not detecting anymore. The stories are too big. There's very little Batman character in it, and what character he has is largely neglecting the Bat family, which, Christ, I thought they retired that back in the 70s. But they brought it back because they bring everything back in comics. Batman Killing Time, which I haven't read. Detective Comics, which is still written by Tamaki. I read a couple of issues of Tamaki's Detective Comics, and I didn't hate them. However, these things are way too damned expensive. 40 pages, $5, even with the discount, is too much. Batman Superman World's Finest. I thought I ordered the first one. I may or may not have, but Mark Waid's writing it, so that's super promising. And art and cover by Dan Mora. I don't know who Dan Mora is, but the art here seems to be pretty okay. It's not too shabby. Batman Beyond the White Knight. I like Sean Murphy, but I don't think I need to be spending that dough. They're reprinting Flashpoint. That seems 10th anniversary omnibus. Holy shit! Flashpoint is 10 years old. Okay, so anything to bring back something that was successful, I guess. Flashpoint Beyond. I'm not even reading these blurbs because I know I'm not buying them. Oh, there's a new Flash book coming. It's still Barry, so that kind of bores me. I never did like Barry, man. I didn't grow up with Barry like so many other um, comic fans and later professionals did from in my age, in my era. So Barry means virtually nothing to me. And I read a bunch of 70s and Silver Age flashes, and I was just like, well, this is fun, but I so so what if it's fun? I have tastes. You have tastes. Everybody has tastes, and Barry Allen Flash is not my taste. So, boom, boom. So Kenny Porter. I don't know anything about Kenny Porter, and I don't know Ricardo Lopez Ortiz. So um, I might take a chance on it. Let's see how much it costs. $5.99 for 48 pages. That's a lot of pages. That is double plus a normal comic book, and it's $5.99. Thank you for following Jess a Mess. Hey, Jess a Mess, how are you? I'm glad you came by. This comic stuff doesn't happen often, but I will definitely be doing it absolutely monthly. So if this is something you're digging, make sure you come by. When do you think of the Riddler? Do you think Zodiac Killer? Yes. Well, not generally, but now that I've seen the Battinson movie last Saturday, yes, I'm fine with it. He did a great job. The riddles were okay. The ciphers were good. Um, it took some thinking and reflecting and getting used to that Riddler would be a killer at all, because I didn't grow up that way. When I started reading Riddler stuff when I was 15, so many years ago, so many years ago. That happened offline. The 100th follower happened offline. So I thanked a bunch of people on Twitter. But yeah, yeah. Now we're up above. It's great. I'm digging it. I appreciate everybody who comes by all the time. All the follows are they're heartwarming to me. But yeah, the Riddler. Um, I didn't grow up with him being a killer. So when he became a killer, it took a lot of getting used to. And the stuff that Snyder did to him slash with him, wasn't a big fan. It was more like they just took the Joker and threw a cane and some question marks on him, and I didn't need that. But I love the characterization in the new Battinson movie. So I'm never going to stop saying Battinson movie. 90s cartoon gave me that vibe as well, just not the killing. Oh, okay. All right. Very good. Very good. I can dig that. Earth Prime. Hmm. Spinning out of CW shows. Next page. I don't watch the CW shows anymore. Um, I never did like Arrow. It was far, far too long and drawn out and relationshipy for a comic book show. That's not my taste. If, again, going back to a couple of minutes ago, if that's your taste, that's good for you. I'm not going to tell you you should not like it. I didn't like it. Can I recommend an indie comic? You absolutely may. I am not just a big two guy. If you got a comic that you feel is good, I will consider it. I will investigate it, and I'll find out if I like myself. Seven Secrets. Who does that? Seven Secrets. So, yeah, the CW stuff. Um, the first season of Legends of the Superheroes, or whatever they call that, Boom Studios. Okay. Oh yeah, I've read tons of Boom stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Um, Legends of the DC Universe. I largely liked most of that. It was good commute time consuming. Um, Flash I liked for a long time, and then it just started dragging, which is not what you want for the fastest man alive. Nothing should drag if the focus of your hero in your show is speed. The other one is, oh yeah, something's killing the children. I've read a couple of issues of that. I ran out of dough at one point and had to stop getting them, but that's definitely on the list to be getting as a trade paperback. I'm going to write it down and make sure I remind myself of it, though, because I frequently forget things like that. Let's see. Wonder Woman is still with Becky Cloonan. Trial of the Amazons. Justice League is Joshua Williamson. You get the idea that DC is using way, way, way too many of the same stable of creators. House of Slaughter. Naomi, Justice League, Sandman Universe, Nightmare Country. Oh, yeah. Oh, written by James Tynion. I won't be getting that. I just, I've never really been happy with properties that have been made by one set of creators for a hugely extended period and known as that creator's work, and then having a long period of no material being out, and then somebody else picks it up. So I've never liked that. It's got nothing to do with Tennant himself. Last DC, right? White Knight. I did read a chunk of White Knight. I don't think I read all of it, but I mean, I like Sean Phillips. He's an excellent creator. I don't know about this sequel though. I don't think I need that. Sandman Facsimile Edition. Yeah, I'm not interested in any Sandman universe stuff that isn't done by Gaiman. That's just all there is. Sean Gordon Murphy. Sorry. Phillips is always on my mind when I hear Sean because I like Sean Phillips stuff so much. Sorry. I just looked at it too. It's right back here, a few pages. There it is. I should have known better. Ruby Justice League. There's such diverse things that I just don't know if I can get between a mashup like that. Son of Kal-El, Volume 1, The Truth, Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor's got a lot of responsibility in DC right now, and I'm okay with most of his stuff, but I also just don't care about a lot of his stuff. Aquaman, Teen Titans Go, a bunch of smaller books, Batgirls, The Night, Urban Legends, The Last Blue and the Gold, Future State I don't care about. Refrigerator Full of Heads. No. Nope, not going to bother with that. Really, the only reason I look at DC's previews is to determine whether there's a new book coming or if major changes are coming to creative staff that I just might want to check out. Alright, so let's go to May's edition. Favorite is Greg Capullo, Dan Mora. Dan Mora was in one of these before. Oh my god, Tim Sale is absolutely stunningly amazing, isn't he? When I first saw him in, oh my god, which one was this? It wasn't Long Halloween. It was, or it might have been actually, because I was out of comics for like 8 years because I had no dough, and a lot of interesting stuff came out between late '98 and 2007. Yeah, so I was out of it or very inconsistent for like almost a decade, and a whole lot of stuff like Tim Sale's stuff came out, and I didn't know about it. Oh, I had no idea who's colorblind. Interesting. Well, I mean, when you're doing pencils, it's in black and white anyway, so That's why you have a separate colorist. Batman's still Joshua Wines. It's Shadow War. None of this Batman stuff intrigues me anymore. Wait, what's this Batman Fortress stuff? Gary Whitta, art with Derek Robertson. I like Derek Robertson. He's a good artist. When an unknown alien stop putting Batman up against aliens. World's greatest detective has nothing to do with like fucking Wookiees. Okay, keep him away from fucking aliens. Let's see, where was I? Disrupting global power and communications, plunging the planet into chaos. The world is left wondering, where is Superman when he's needed most? In the mysterious absence of the last son of Krypton, Batman must rally the rest of the Justice League to counter the alien threat. Not exactly new and innovative, is it? Uh, it's naturally quite possible um, that that's going to be an amazing book and should be paid attention to. But it sounds pretty standard to me. Have you read Invincible? Oh, God, yeah, I've read Invincible. I didn't finish the whole run of the book, but I read at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 trades worth. So a good 5 years worth of the run, at least, that I'm absolutely certain of. And it is an amazing book. Uh, I processed the ultra violence in the static images in the book a lot better than I did the ridiculous, over the top ultra violence in the cartoon. But I really dig it. Ryan Otley is an amazing artist. I was super happy when he moved over to Spider Man. It was great to see him doing Spider Man too. Robert Kirkman, yep, yep. He's a good writer. I don't know if I don't know how much he's focusing in on anymore. He's doing at least 3 books, right? Technically, because Walking Dead Deluxe is still coming out, but he's not rewriting those, so that doesn't really count. And Invincible's done. What was that one where they had the demons in it? Outcast. Is he still doing Outcast? 3 books. Okay, good, good. Batman Annual. Ugh. Ed Brisson. Okay, I'll read about this one later. I like Ed Brisson. Flashpoint Beyond again. More Flashpoint. Action Comics Annual. Aquaman Andromeda. A cosmic horror take on the King of Atlantis. Interesting. Written by Ram V and art by Christian Ward. I recognize those names, but only from previews. Hey, Det, how are ya? I'm glad you could show up. This was totally impromptu. I got the notice that my comics were delivered, so I figured why not do an unboxing and a quick just chat. What could it hurt? Legends of Tomorrow, Prime, Jurassic League. Oh my God, didn't they have enough of gimmicks like this in like what was it? The Apes League of Justice, Justice League Ape. Dan Warren Johnson and Juan Gideon. I don't know those guys. It's a very cartoony look. I mean, it could be fun, but I'm not buying it full price. I'll find it in the dollar box one day. DC versus Vampires. Curious. Very curious. Danger Street? Joining the Justice League is a goal for any superhero. But what happens when a quest for membership takes a sinister turn? Join Starman, Metamorpho, and Warlord. Nobody's favorites. That could be interesting. Dr. Fate's in it. Manhunter, Lady Cop. Who's Lady Cop? I don't even know who Lady Cop is. The Green Team. Okay, I'm not reading anything with Green Team in it. And that's exactly where I'll leave it. Kind of funny. The most expensive thing I have is a signed Stan Lee Spidey. Oh man, you got me kind of envious there. I've got some neat stuff. I've got some neat old stuff. I've even got some neat old signed stuff. But I never did get the opportunity to get anything signed by Lee. And now you got me feeling down about my fandom, so thanks a lot for that. I'm playing with you. Zatanna, The Jewel of Grave's End, written by Alice Arden. I don't know, I like Zatanna. I may read this. Oh, it's a YA graphic novel. Okay, maybe not. 200 pages, $17. I'll find it used. Black Adam. Ooh. Jeff Johns, Grant Morrison. Okay. Oh, collect stories from 52, from a lot of issues of 52. Exclusively from many, many issues of 52. I'll just reread my copies of 52, thanks. Did a panel at Madison Square Garden. Oh, man. I did I did catch Stan Lee walking along Ninth Avenue on the way to the Javits Center for New York Comic Con 2013, I want to say. I couldn't get close enough to him. He had a little tiny retinue of people who were already badgering him. So I was like, I'm not going to bother him walking. I'm just going to take a picture and say, look, this is Stan Lee. Nobody believes me because it's just an old guy from the back. But it was Stan fucking Lee. Batman 89. Fables! Oh, interesting. The Legendary series returns with a brand new jumping on point. Oh, it even continues the numbering. So listen, I was talking about Fables earlier. If you dig all that kind of stuff I was talking about before, mashups, fairy tales. Yeah, I read about that whole abuse thing. That angered me greatly, and as I was very saddened to hear about that, because it was just, what kind of friggin' person do you have to be to do that? It's just absolutely ridiculous. The Black Forest, Part 1 of 12. Just in time for the 20th anniversary of its launch, the acclaimed blockbuster that defined an era of Vertigo comes back. The dust has barely settled from the climactic battle between Tottenkinder and Cinderella, and everything is far from happily ever after. A legendary new adversary has arrived, and he plans to get even with Geppetto for the mess that has been made in Manhattan. But it's a new day, and with it, a new Jack in the Green has arrived in the Black Forest. And within the emergency room of a New York hospital, a fable long thought dead returns. Ooh. Yeah, I'll be getting that one. I'll be getting that one. Aquaman, Action Comics, Urban Legends, um, Batman, Superman, Monkey Prince, One Star Squadron. How did I miss that one? That sounds like the Legion of Substitute Heroes right there. Well, it's 6 issues in, so I'm not going to bother with it. And a bunch of reprints and a bunch of collecteds. So, yep, okay. Well, that's the DCs out of the way. So I found 2 things that I'm going to consider on the DCs. So they have to push Black Adam this year with the yes, and I'll be seeing that movie. I'll be happy to see it. I saw the previews previews for it in Battinson last week. So it didn't blow me away, but I'm ready to see it. I'm ready. I'll watch it. All right, so yet another Amazing Spider-Man #1. Please, for the love of God, guys, stop renumbering shit. Just there's absolutely no reason for it. Zeb Wells was already on it. There's no significant change going to be happening here. God. Although I do like Zeb Wells. So I'll be, let's see, Zeb Wells, John Romita Jr. Oh my God, now they've sold me. Did I give all your fables back I borrowed, or do we need to get you new ones? No, 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 no. I got them all. I still need one more that I thought I had, but it turned out that I wasn't paying attention and I missed the absolute last one. So no, we're clear. You're good on all the stuff you borrowed. Uh, yeah, I'll be seeing it too at some point. Yeah, no, I'm watching it. John Romita Jr. on Spider-Man, I've always adored. So I think this is going to be a good combination. Unfortunately, it's 5.99. It's 56 pages, which is truly tremendous. That's almost three full regular issues for only twice the price. I think with the discount comic book service discount, I can go ahead and pull the trigger on that one because it's probably 5.99. Their discounts are usually huge on Marvels. I can probably get away with 350 on that, maybe 375. So slightly more than a regular cover price, slightly less than a regular cover price. All right, yeah, I'll give that one a go. Oh, wait a minute. Spider-Man number 2 is being solicited already. As long as they're only soliciting two at a time, I'll do that. If they're trying to pull this four times a month crap or the three times a month crap with Spider-Man like they were doing for years, I won't be down with that. Because that's just, it's like, come on, man. I could spend, you're oversaturating, you're cornering the market. If I get four fucking copies of Spider-Man a month, I can't, there's three copies of something else. I three issues, three titles I can't otherwise get. So no, I don't do that. I don't allow myself to buy like that anymore. Which is another reason I don't buy DCs anymore because they're constantly doing Batman and Detective. That's four issues a month just for the two main Bat books. I'm not doing it. There's a new Captain America coming. Ooh, look at that. That's kind of crazy pants, huh? Look at that. That's beautiful. I like that. Let's see what this one's got to say. Tachi Onyebuchi, whoever the hell that is, Colin Kelly, Jackson Lanzig. I don't know who these people are. Mattia de Iluis, don't know them. Steve Rogers, cover by Alex Ross, be getting that. Sam Wilson, cover by Alex Ross, be getting that. Let's see, 40 pages for $4.99. That's pretty good. When Arnim Zola launches a catastrophic attack on New York, he meets his match in Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers. You think? In the explosive battle that follows, two Captain Americas prove better than one, and Sam and Steve decide they just might keep a good thing going. Okay, I think that's a good start. We'll work with that. Hulk versus Thor, Banner of War, Banner of War. They just, comics creators just can't help those clever little things, can they? They just can't. They can't stop themselves. Donnie Cates. I left comics Twitter because I have very strong opinions sometimes on what I read and whether I liked it or not. Um, I am not one of those old, crotchety old fans who are like, I can't stand change. Thor's a girl now. Meh. Not me. I do take wacko concepts poorly executed poorly. This this Donny Cates thing where the Hulk is a spaceship and Banner is piloting him from inside his fucking gourd is straight up wackadoo. And there are limits, even in comics, to just how goddamn weird you can get and still have it all work as a story and a concept and characterization. And it's just not me. It's not me. If you want to read it, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to tell you you shouldn't. All I'm going to tell you is that I won't. So Donny Cates' Hulk is not something I'm going to be reading. It's not. And gee, I wonder if that looks like Sakaar. You guys got to stop going back to the well, man. Thor is Donny Cates with J. Michael Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Thor 24, Donny Cates, can't care. J. Michael Straczynski, Walt Simonson, Dan Jurgens, Nick Klein, star-studded celebration of 750 issues. After a scorched earth victory against the god of hammers, Thor and all of Asgard reel from a brutal loss. But some people are never truly gone, and in honor of 750 issues of Thor, wow, 750. Fan favorite creators like JMS and Walt Simonson return in this oversized issue. Celebrate the long and storied history of the God of Thunder and the writers and artists that helped build his legacy. I'm there. I'm there. I am an absolute sucker for anniversary issues, and I'm a sucker for JMS and Walt Simonson. So I'll be getting that. I can't. That's just I can't. Some nerds are just toxic. Yes, JMS, J. Michael Straczynski of Babylon 5. That's right. And he's written Spider-Man too. If they had a B5 comic, I would get it. They did have limited, small scale Babylon 5 comics. I know virtually nothing about them because they came out when I was in my decade long dry spell. But I know they exist. A new Deadpool, a new Daredevil. Daredevil's never really been my thing. A new X-Men. Legion of X. I don't. There's way too much X-Men. I cannot afford all this X-Men. Thunderbird. Thunderbird's been dead for 40 fucking years. Why do they keep bringing him back? X-Men 92. Hulk Grand Design. Moon Knight. I wish I had some old Moon Knight because that Oscar Isaac show looks like it's going to influence a lot of people. And that means speculation. And that means I can sell books for stupid prices that shouldn't be. Captain Marvel Annual, Spider-Gwen, What If Miles Morales? Oh, for God's sake. Carnage, Venom, Strange, Jason Aaron Punisher. I think that Jason Aaron can probably do a good job with the brutality and the insanity that is Punisher. Gilly sent you a link. Where? In. Oh, Gilly, I sent you a link. Oh, it's a conversation between yourselves. Okay, yeah. Captain Carter, I think I got number 1. Yeah, did you know about that? Captain Carter's got her own limited series for now. Spider-Punk, I mean, it's just stop with the gimmicks, man. It's all just gimmicks. Venom, Marauders, Immortal X-Men, way too many X books. A new Wolverine patch book. X-Force, New Mutants, Wolverine. Finally get to the Avengers, which is still done by Jason Aaron. I had to give up Avengers because of Jason Aaron. Jason Aaron is an eminently skilled writer. Let's make that clear right off the bat. I enjoyed his Scalped. I enjoyed his Thor immensely. I feel that it was spot the fuck on everything that an epic, godlike, cosmic Thor can be. And I enjoyed the shit out of it. But when he went to the rest of the straight superheroes with Avengers, it was just too wacky. I mean, it was literally wacky. I couldn't handle it. Not my taste. And I'm going to keep hammering on this and tell you, I'm not going to tell you you can't like it, you shouldn't like it. I don't like it, that's for me. I won't buy it. If you want to, that's all you. I won't tell you you're a bad person for it. I won't gatekeep you. It's just not for me. Eternals, which even though it's done by Kieran Gillen, is one of the most boring sets of heroes I've ever come across. Dan Slott's Fantastic Four, She-Hulk, Black Panther, Shang-Chi, Iron Man, Christopher Cantwell. I haven't read a whole lot of his. Ooh. Miss Marvel. I love Miss Marvel. Alien 11, aliens come to Earth. They're always on Earth. King Conan, I have to get. Star Wars. Ooh, that's right. That's right. They have a Han Solo and Chewbacca book now. Mark Guggenheim is okay. Dr. Aphra finally comes back. Vader, Crimson Reign. So many Star Wars books out. So many. I have to limit myself purposefully. Uh, and then in the back of Marvel previews is always the trade paperbacks. So we can skip the rest of that. And then there's the tchotchkes and okay. So that was February's previews. Don't need that anymore. What happens in May's previews? Captain America, Symbol of Truth. Interesting. New Fantastic Four #1 with Peter David. Peter David. Oh, that Fantastic Four. When they got Hulk, Wolverine, Spider-Man, and fucking Ghost Rider. That was not my era of that was not my era of Fantastic Four. They tried to do something different and it just wasn't my bag. Chris Claremont Gambit. Holy crap, could I have slaughtered those words any more effectively? Chris Claremont Gambit. No. Les élèves bon temps roulaient. Good luck, motherfucker. That's what that says. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Captain America's. I think it may be prudent to stop very, very soon because I can no longer speak. Captain America, Symbol of Truth. Sam Wilson picks up the shield once more and enters a world of trouble. You think he's a superhero? Who is it? Tachi Onyebuchi and RB Silva. I mean, the art looks good. Oh wow! Look at this. That's I dig it. That's good art, man. Let the good times roll. That's what that means. It does it? You looked it up, didn't you? The research division comes again. Good times, bon temps. Yeah, okay. Banner of War, more Hulk. All right, just show me some new stuff. Savage Avengers. I'm not watching. I'm not reading it. Are you fucking kidding me? Look who's in this team. Look who's in this team. Conan, Deathlock, some wackadoo version of Daredevil, some wackadoo version of Death Knight, or Black Knight. Um, Yet another. What is it? Anti Venom? Is that who that is? And some drug trip version of Wolverine that I'm just not interested in. And Cloak and Dagger. I'm not getting that book. There is Conan is the one character that remotely interests me there, and I just don't want to deal with the mystic arts and pseudo science, super science that got him into the Marvel 616 universe. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Spider-Man 2099 is back, which I just don't get. Uh, a new Daredevil thing. Oh, a new Thunderbolts by Jim Zub. That might be worth reading. Who's it got in it? It's got Photon, it's got America Chavez, it's got some guy I don't know, it's got somebody else I don't know, it's got Hawkeye and a couple of other potato heads. I don't even know who these guys are. Hawkeye, Spectrum, America Chavez. Oh, it's not Photon anymore. Okay, it's Spectrum. Power. That's Power Man. Um, Persuasion and Gutsen Glory. Gutsen Glory. Gutsen. Guy's first name is Gutsen. Gutsen. Gutsen Glory. Yeah. Okay. So, um, X-Men Green, and now they got red and green. It's like Christmas X-Men. Really? Is that what you got for me? Steve took French. He says it all the time. Oh, okay. I'm not interested in that. A new secret invasion from. This is like. Oh, for God's sake. But at least it's the scrolls, and we haven't seen the scrolls in a long time. How much is this? 40 pages at $4.99. With the discount, I might try it. Ryan North, he's an okay writer. Francesco Mobili, don't know him. No Gambit. I don't care if it is Claremont. All right, so Amazing Spider-Man 3 and 4. Who's going to be in here? Oh, Tombstone. Man. Tombstone was a very 90s character. And this is no longer the 90s, if anyone's interested in chronological hair splitting. Spider Punk again, Gwen Riley, Venom, Silk, Savage Spider-Man. I'm essentially looking for new number ones or changes in writers and artists. I'm still though very worried about all my storage. I have to get rid of so many more comics. I absolutely have. And that reminds me, if you're interested, I have a site on Atomic Avenue, Atomic Avenue / Jammer A, and I have like 1,500 comic books up for sale there. So if you're looking to fill in some back issue gaps, that's the place to be, baby. Marvel Voices Identity. The greatest Asian superheroes and creators return. So we got Miss Marvel, Shang-Chi, some Power Fist, and what I assume is Manta. Oh no, Mantis. Oh, it's Wong. Okay, Shang-Chi and Wong. That's one, two, three. That's four whole characters though, which doesn't say much for the hero side of Marvel Asia. I think maybe Marvel should generate a few more Asian characters. Maybe Punisher again. Ghost Rider can go suck a dick. Jane Foster takes the spotlight in Avengers 56. Nope, not bothering with that. Iron Man is still Christopher Cantwell. Fantastic Four is still Dan Slott. Eternals isn't done yet. My God, man. She-Hulk has gotten up to number 5, so that's good. Jack of Hearts shows up in She-Hulk. Jack of Hearts. Strange, Moon Knight, Silver Surfer Rebirth 5. They changed the way Captain Marvel look again? Carol Danvers is missing. Her disappearance has left the newly sentient Binary to... Oh, okay, so it's not actually her. Okay. Binary is a whole different character. She used to be called, if I remember right. But I might be remembering wrong. Don't quote me on that. Captain Carter. Alien. Oh, a new Obi-Wan. Oh, a new Obi-Wan series. Yay. I'll be getting a couple of those in time to speculate on it. Christopher Cantwell's doing it, huh? Well, we'll see what he can do with Star Wars, so. Han Solo and Chewie, Crimson Rain. Oh no! Oh no 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 no! Jason Aaron is doing Black Chrysantan. Chrysanthemum. Sorry, excuse me. Chrysanthemum. You know, that's the problem with reading fiction and nobody ever talking about it and the creators never mentioning it before it comes into some other media where it actually gets spoken. I assumed it was largely phonetic with Chrysantan. But of course, everyone here has watched Book of Boba Fett, so we all know it's Black Chrysanthemum. This just seems silly to me. Photo variant cover available. I will be getting that. Although, I'm unlikely to ever sell it because those spin off books never go anywhere. Oh, Bounty Hunters. I'm going to buy Bounty Hunters. Darth Vader, Dr. Aphra. I'm on the edge of dropping Dr. Aphra, though. Oh my goodness. A Miracle Man Omnibus. Written by the original writer with Mick Anglo, Kat Ironwood, Grant Morrison, Peter Milligan. With the original writer. Is he really that prickly that he can't even have his name in the previews? Come on, man. That would be a name I would use for my kid if my last name was Glory. Probably Pride N as well. Pride and Glory. Gutson. You know, I've tried to read Miracle Man. I have been able to find a couple of issues in dollar boxes that were like water damaged, that were essentially they would definitely be categorized as poor copies. And I'm sorry, it's just I don't know why people love this thing so much. I think it's because of Alan, what's his fuck, Alan Moore. Um, I think only his name recognition is really doing anything for Miracle Man after all these years. Because every time I pick it up and read it, I was just like, I don't care. I don't care. It's quite possible that since this was direct only back in the mid 80s, early in mid 80s, um, I never got it. I started in 85. I started in late 85. So the first things I was exposed to seriously were Watchmen and Dark Knight Returns. So at the beginning of my comics reading career, I got the biggest things that would ever be published. So I might have been spoiled by extra high quality. And and I look back at Miracle Man after 30 plus years of being spoiled by really amazing, excellent writers, that Miracle Man just ain't the groundbreaking thing it's useful. I've seen the ground broken. I've trod the broken ground. And it's just like, yeah, I knew about all this kind of stuff. I mean, deconstructionism is, I'm done with it. That's okay. I've only seen one episode. Just keep forgetting. Ah, a bunch of trades. Kelly Sue DeConnick, who still has me blocked on Twitter for God knows what reason. I'm convinced it's because she didn't like the title of one of our podcast episodes, which was Flurkins Be Freaky, Yo. Dark Ages, this is all just the trades. So, alright, we're coming in close to the end of the episode. And it's been, holy crap, it's been an hour already. So, we're going to see if we can go through the regular previews catalog real quick. There's always 90 pages before they get into the actual stuff, and I always skip all of it. Come on, come on, come on. It irritates me. They start off with image instead of going alphabetical. Okay, so An original graphic novel called Bone Orchard: The Passageway from the acclaimed creative team between Gideon Falls and Primordial, neither of which I've read. Oh, Jeff Lemire. Okay, but it's a 96 page one shot at 18 bucks. Um, I like the art, but 18 bucks might be a bit much. 8 Billion Genies by Charles Sewell. Oh, Charles Sewell. Okay, let's see what this is about. If you had one wish, what would you wish for? Why did every single fucking solicitation start with that sentence? If you had just one wish, if you could go back to just one day, bah, 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 bah. Baron Baron Firkinen. I love it. How are you? I'm glad you came by. We're we're starting to tail off on this episode, unfortunately, but we'll try to have some more fun in looking through the previews catalog. So Charles Soule has a new miniseries here. If you had one wish, now what if everyone else had one wish too? Okay, so that's the gimmick on this one. Everybody gets a wish. That's 8 Billion Genies, the new 8 issue series from Charles Soule and Ryan Brown, who also did the art for Curse Words. At exactly the same moment, everyone on Earth gets a genie and one wish. All hell breaks loose in a very entertaining way. And that's just the beginning. Buckle in for the wildest ride of the year. How many of those wishes directly cancel out or reverse other wishes? I'm really hoping they think about that. But Charles Soule is a pretty great writer. I will be getting that one. Twig by Scotty Young. It's the first day of Twig's new job as a journeyer. Okay, way too many comparisons in this one. It's the first day of Twig's new job as a journeyer on Jeff Smith's Bone-esque quest to save a dark crystal slash labyrinth style world. Okay, if you want to do a riff on something, go right ahead and do it. The marketing shouldn't make it so obvious that that's exactly what you want to do is a riff. Um, it doesn't convince me. I mean, I do riffs, and I am a sub amateur when I do comic strips. If you've ever seen uh, Trooper Johnson, you know exactly how low my skill level of writing is. And if I can avoid going, this is a world where it looks like this, and I was inspired by that, maybe you should just rewrite that solicitation. The book Fuck This Place #1, written by Kyle Starks and Artem Toplin. I don't know either of those people. After inheriting a farmhouse, Trudy and Gabby are ready to start the next chapter of their lives. Except it's already home to a mysterious force that's attracted ghost aliens and all kinds of supernatural beings for decades. Pretty standard, really. It doesn't look like there's any new gimmick on that one. Metal Society. Zach Kaplan. Don't know that guy. In an inverted future, evolved robots have resurrected humans for manual labor. Too gimmicky. Unnatural. Blue Blood. I didn't read the original Unnatural, so I'm not going to be reading that one. Department of Truth. Frontiersman. I don't know what Frontiersman is. Stillwater. The Dark Room. Jerry Duggan. It's got a weird size. The hunt for a camera containing an undeveloped photo of the face of true evil threatens to wipe out New York City one chilly autumn evening. Doesn't sound too bad. Um, I'm wondering how many kids are going to pop that up and say, film. The fuck? Iphigenia in Aulis, The Age of Bronze. Oh, I did like Age of Bronze. writer Euripides. Adapted by Ed Einhorn. It's amazing to me that there is a comic writer now. I had forgotten this. It's amazing to me that there is a comic writer now that has the exact same name as my old manager at the restaurant from the 80s, who is known to be a complete fucking pervert and largely regarded on any given day as either a scumbag or just a jerk. I gotta take a picture of this. This is amazing. I'm gonna send this to a couple of guys I know. I, Ed Einhorn. Oh my god. It's not the same guy. It's not. But it amuses me that the name is so identical that it makes me think of that weirdo. Pulp. Ooh, Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Oh, oh. What is this? The ultimate? Oh, a behind the scenes art book. Oh well. I'll present that to Reverend Mad Duck and see if he wants it. Rick Grimes 2000. Rick Grimes 2000. Rick Rick Grimes was a small town police officer. Then the world fell to the Walking Dead. But the dead were only the start, and a new tale of alien horror begins here. I just don't know. It's it's $20 for I don't know. I don't know if I can get behind that. All right, we'll see you later. Have a good night. Magic order, nothing new here. Silver, I don't know what many of these things are. Oh, Aerosmith. Okay. Yep, that's right. Kurt Busiek. I love Kurt Busiek. Deadly Class. So much stuff I don't care about. Oh, Manifest Destiny. Are they going to be resolicit for number 47? Only 2 issues left. Oh, okay. So they're finally going to ramp things up. Manifest Destiny is almost exactly what it sounds like. Uh, who is it? Charles Dingus? Dinginus? Dingus. I don't want to say dingus because it sounds like dingus. But um, Lewis and Clark go out past the Mississippi and they start finding incredibly weird, seemingly supernatural creatures and a devil like entity that was taken over another explorer who now is either guiding them or sabotaging them. I can't be sure which anymore because unfortunately these things come out too far apart from each other to really keep track of the story well. But it's it's early 1800s. I mean, like 1810. I can't remember exactly when those guys did their stuff. Which I have to say I'm ashamed to admit because I'm a huge history buff and I really should know when the goddamn Lewis and Clark expedition started and ended. But they go out and they find some wacky ass stuff there, and it's very much a horror book, and it's really fun. Generation Image. Oh, what is that supposed to mean? Guns, Radiant Black. There's a lot of stuff I didn't get that I may one day get in trades or the dollar boxes. It's hard to be certain. It's staggering to me that Spawn has made it up to 330 issues. I enjoyed Manifest Destiny when I was reading it. I have the first 30 to 35 issues. All right, well, they're only up to 40. They're only just now resoliciting 47. So I bet you could catch up fairly easily at the LCS. Walking Dead Deluxe, Zombies versus Robots, and that's all the Image. So what do we got in Dark Horse? Pearl 3, which is a Brian Bendis. I didn't get the previous two, so I'm not going to bother with that. I've already read Jinx. I don't need a $25 trade paperback. I never read Shaolin Cowboy, although I wanted to because Jeff Darrow is a lot of fun as a creator. Star Wars Rebels trade paperback. I mean, I guess I gotta go back to Rebels and rewatch that because I never got through the first season, and it's a kids show, and it's marketed as a kids show, and the art is made as a kids show, and my understanding is that it ramps up just like Clone Wars did, and it becomes very adult very fast, but I had a hard time getting to that point, so maybe I'll watch it someday. Avatar. I can't believe they're still pushing Avatar stuff. Tales from Harrow County. Oh, got to get that for the Reverend. I'll just dog ear that page there. Manor Black is almost done. Critical Role. We have Demons. I can't. Snyder just doesn't do it for me anymore. I really liked what he did with Detective Comics, but his independent work is just too weird and wacky for me. I'm sorry. If you're a fan of his, you go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to tell you you shouldn't be. It's just his style of stuff just ain't my style of stuff anymore. Ooh, a new Hellboy one shot. Excellent. Ooh, Cyclops, Greek stuff, huh? Okay. Some of his hardcover collections. British Paranormal Society. That looks like it's going to be fun. Stranger Things. I actually didn't look through the last two previews because I knew exactly what I was going to be getting when I opened up my order form at Discount Comic Book Service. Usagi Yojimbo. I'll be getting some more of that. Basil and oregano. Okay. Alright, IDW. I almost never get anything out of IDW. G.I. Joe. Rocketeer. Oh, the Star Trek Mirror War. Absolutely. I'll be finishing that one. They finally took the Mirror Universe to the next generation era. Which is kind of weird because the Emperor, played by Michelle Yeoh in Discovery, was 75 some odd years before Next Generation, and they haven't mentioned who the Emperor is in any of the expanded Mirror Universe stuff. So I'm betting they're ignoring that altogether. More Vampirella. Ugh, my God. They never end with Vampirella. Just stick with one book. Elvira. The one thing Dynamite does is just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of issues of absolute cheesecake. Every single thing they've got like 9 Red Sonja books, and they've all got 36 different covers. Project Superpowers is back. Jesus. John Carter is back. Another Red Sonja. The Boys is reissuing another oversized book again. Oh my God, so much. Wow, Dynamite just redoes the same stuff over and over and over and over and over. Barbarella, which I thought promising for a minute there, and then I read it and I was like, nah, that's okay. Betty Page. Oh my God, it's all the same 3 characters. All right, 4 characters because 5 characters because they got Sheena and Panther. But they never finish a story. They never finish an arc. They go max 4 issues, and the whole thing peters out, and they start a whole new series with a gimmicky ass name, with a bunch of super sexy, lascivious covers, and then they go, "Oh my God, it's a number one! You should come check it out." And it's like, guys. Here's here's one I may have to get for you there, Gilly. The Waters of Canley. Ooh. Let's see what this is about. Written by Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson. Alright, at least they've got experience in the Dune universe. In the aftermath of the Battle of Arrakeen, legendary House Atreides War Master Gurney Halleck takes refuge with spice smugglers, vowing revenge against the Harkonnens no matter the cost. Oh, okay. Jessica Harrow is dead, but her journey has only just begun. Discover the world of the afterlife, where Jessica has been recruited as a Reaper, tasked with ferrying countless souls to their final destination. But unlike the rest of the Reapers, she has no memory of what killed her and put her in the predicament. That's a book called Grimm. That could be well executed, but the concept is a little, oh no, I'm dead and I'm being recruited by the powers of whatever. And it's just so many times I've read books like that. Oh yes, please. Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Power Rangers, Angel, Buffy, Firefly, Magic. Alright, so what's after here? Ablaze books. I've never bought an Ablaze book, so I don't know anything about whether they're any good or not. Aftershock. I've read a few Aftershocks. I like Paul Tobin, but this is a sequel to a book I didn't get, so I don't think I'll be skipping Bunny Mask. I love Gurney. Everybody loves Gurney. Dogs of London, Peter Milligan. Peter Milligan is an author that I've had difficulties with in the past because some of his concepts are a little wacky for me. How deep must you bury a body to make sure it doesn't haunt you? Frank and Terry are about to find out. They were once members of the Dogs, a feared gang who ruled much of London's underworld back in the swinging 60s. They thought they'd escaped their troubled past, but the past isn't dead. It's just bashed about a bit and very pissed off. Spanning different times and classes, Dogs of London is a brutal, bloody tale of violence, love, revenge, and sleeping dogs who refuse to roll over and play dead. It's got potential. There's always a few issues and things where, the dead come back and the past is haunting and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Peter Milligan could play it out. Vault has some good books. Don't know if they're in previews, though. Well, we're going to find out very, very soon. A bunch of stuff I didn't get. I'm not going to mention stuff I didn't bother getting. Oh no. Eric Powell's Albatross, Exploding Funny Books. Oh, a new quarterly comic mag by Eric Powell featuring The Goon, La Diabla, Hillbilly, Lester of the Lesser. Actually, I liked Eric Powell's The Hillbilly, so I may end up getting that. And quarterly isn't bad. I'll text that to the Reverend Mad Duck soon. Who is this? American Mythology Comics. Who the hell are they? Are they just now getting big enough to get in previews? Oh. No names I know. That does not mean they're going to be poor. It doesn't. It just means I ain't know them. I don't know. These covers look like stuff I would absolutely pass over, though. Three Stooges. What is this? The fucking 50s? Antarctic Press. I never get anything from them. Archie. Oh, that's it? None of the Archie horrors solicited this month? Aspen. I never buy anything from Aspen. Avatar. I only get stuff from Avatar once in a while. Because pretty much all they sell is crossed and random weirdness. And crossed was a little bit wacky for me. They just keep doing the same variations on crossed over and over and over again. AWA Studios, AWA Studios. I don't even know who that is. Behemoth Comics. Never Ender. The year is. I can't even read that because some moron thought red on black was a good idea. The year is 2X19, and due to breakthroughs in artificial accelerants, mankind has taken to the stars. Accelerants? You mean fuel? You know something's going to be gimmicky and very poor science when they make up a word like, well, accelerants is not a made up word, but it is imposed on this kind of context incorrectly. Good morning, Mortis Obscura. How are you? Red on black is a good idea. It's not his fault you're partially blind. It's true, though. It's very hard on my eyes. It's very difficult to read. If the font was bigger, it would be easier to manage. It's called edgy text, and teenagers love it. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I literally can't read that right now. I need different glasses for that. Blind Alley. I don't know. Behemoth Studios. I don't know. Popstar Assassin. Okay. Heavy Metal Drummer. God Killer. Boundless. These are the guys that are almost completely tasteless. And they sell really lascivious comics for outrageous prices. And they'll charge you even more dough if you buy a titty cover from them. $39 for a nude cover these guys wanted for a regular old 22-page comic book. I couldn't believe it. Want a microscope? No, that's okay. I got a magnifying glass. Clover Press. I don't know. Alright, we're getting it. Fantagraphics. Okay, they usually have interesting things. The Complete Peanuts 83 to 84. Popstar Assassin sounds like a riff on Perfect Blue. It might be. Really? How did you get a 15 times return there? Okay, Gemstone, whoever the hell they are. Ooh, Imperium Magazine. Oh, that one's got terrain in it. And what are these? I literally can't tell what those things are. It doesn't tell me what I think those must be Necrons because there's a Necron on the cover. But I'll be getting it anyway because it's got. Really? I don't know. They're soliciting issues 14 and 15 right now. So, oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that. Humanoids, Blood of Immortals. All right, this is a different publisher. I may have to look at that more closely. Magnetic Press. They got some interesting looking stuff here. I'm gonna have to get deeper into that later. They haven't even shipped on February and March issues yet. Oh, didn't even get my January stuff till a few weeks ago. Um, Considering the supply problems that have been created by Brexit um, and COVID, I'm not overly shocked about that. But for $9 for some terrain, for $9 for 5 minis, I'll wait. I will absolutely wait. Oni Press, they got some kid stuff here. Rick and Morty. Opus? Who the hell is Opus? There's so many publishers coming out now. I'm gonna have to eat soon. It's almost 6. Source Point Press? Who the hell are they? Ultramax, a journeyman henchman, has pulled off the impossible. He's killed the world's most famous superhero. In order to get reduced jail time, the henchman has cut a deal with the feds. The problem is, even without having any superpowers, the feds are sending him to the Ultramax facility with all the worst supervillains. Now the unlucky nobody must navigate prison life while praying no one finds out he's a snitch. That could be interesting. I'm gonna 32 pages, $3.99. Well, I mean, it might be worth a shot. It could be interesting. I already ate. Well, this was you. No, 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 no. The discount comic book service discount brings it down to $9 an issue. The cover price is that. So, and that is why I've been able to afford as many comics as I have the last 10 years. That and only that. Discount comic book service is a goddamn miracle to collectors. And while I understand the need and desire to go hunting in the shop every week, I can't pay that. I'm quite happy to get all my crap once a month with $7 shipping for the entire box, no matter how much I get, and 35 to 60% off at any given time. Excuse me. Nightmare Man. Alex is struggling through his dead-end job, crumbling marriage, and the recent return of a monster that tormented his dreams through childhood. Confronted with a genuine nightmare in a cafe near his office, Alex is forced to reconcile the torments he and thousands of other children have faced throughout history in this 24-page one-shot that, quote, could easily contend with popular Vault or Vertigo horror titles, unquote, by comicbookyeti.com. A one-shot? I don't know. Yes, absolutely. DCBS.com. I don't even get a sponsorship from them or anything, but they are absolutely worth working with. You can get weekly shipping if you want, bi weekly shipping, monthly shipping, and it's all a flat rate. So no matter what is in any given box, a weekly box, a monthly box, $7 shipping. That's almost alone worth it. Almost. So that's still Source Point Press. Titan Comics. I've gotten things from them in the past. Let's see what they got today. Doctor Who. Star Wars Insider. Whatever Star Trek Explorer is. Predator. Eyes of the Demon. You don't see the eyes of the demon until him come calling. A brand new anthology from a diverse lineup of authors offering taut and dramatic exclusive tales set on Earth and in the dark reaches of space, featuring the ultimate hunters known as predators. Interesting. $17 for 400 pages, though. Actually, that's a really good price for 400 pages. That's actually quite amazing price, really. Interesting. I may have to consider that. Hobby Japan. Valiant. I keep forgetting Valiant exists. Archer and Armstrong Forever. Armorclads. Harbinger. Exo Man of War. I read a little bit of Exo Man of War in the 90s. I remember enjoying it, but I literally don't remember anything about it. It's straight up snowing outside and I gotta walk to work. Ugh. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, I see it's snowing. I don't see much happening though. Jesus, you're good. You're doing the overnight again, huh? Ugh. Sorry. Uh, Barbaric. Interesting. We Ride Titans. Oh, Mecha. Okay. Vault Comics. Zenoscope. Yay. Actually, I used Comixology Unlimited to read three um, Zenoscope Omnibuy. And I wasn't as shockingly disappointed as I thought I would be. There were a, there was some decent dialogue here and there, but it's very boilerplate, and it's all based on hot chicks having adventures. It's not based on character or plot. It's based on hot chicks having adventures, which is exactly what I thought it would be. Oh man. Oh, okay. I saw there's a cover here. There's a cover here with a riff on Leia, and it turns out it's just a cosplay special thing. So I'm like, okay, that's not what I thought it was going to be. Flayed ones are 55 for 5 or buy the magazine for 10. See? Exactly. Just need issue of 15. Well, they're soliciting issue 15 in this previews. So if you join DCBS now, you'll get that issue for $9. Okay, we can go straight past all the Viz media because I don't read manga. And then it goes into the stuff. All right, so that's really the end of this. You can look forward to another episode just like this next month, whenever that may be. Actually, today's the 12th, so we're halfway through March almost. So, ladies and germs, So I will be doing another monthly comic book unboxing depending on when it gets here. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, it's supposed to happen. They're supposed to box things up and ship things out. Suddenly, I'm the guy from fucking Letterkenny. There's supposes to boxes, shits, outs at the ends of the months. Fucking squirrely Dan. Um, yes, they're supposed to do the last poll from the last Wednesday, box it up and ship it out. But things have been a bloody mess with them the last year or so. So maybe I'll see you in another month for a similar broadcast, and maybe I'll see you in a mere 3 weeks. But I will be back tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern for the standard painting we do every week with Warhammer 40K Sunday. Back again on Monday for the same thing at 7 p.m. And then we're back to DC's Supervillain Lego on Tuesday. And then The Witcher again at 8 p.m. Wednesday. So we have a whole. Oh, I might like Barbaric. Okay. Well, I'll dog ear that one then. So we're going to be seeing a lot of each other if you want to hang out. Make sure you do. I try to have fun with it. I try to be as funny as possible. I'm not a comedian by any stretch, but I try. So we can always have fun. There's always something to talk about. So having established all that, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'm going to go find something to eat.